Paragon Pro Wrestling, the most exciting hour of wrestling action, all in the palm of your hand, with new episodes uploaded weekly on the Fight app. Watch it anytime, anywhere on your iPhone or Android device, or watch it on demand on Fight TV. It's free, worldwide, and on demand. Come join the movement and see what everyone's talking about. Paragon Pro Wrestling, now streaming on the Fight app. See you there.
Dark horse. We do it our way as if we had our choice. You think you saw something, you think you heard a sound. Go look around the corner, we coming up now. We coming up now. We gonna be on your radar. We coming up on your radar. We gonna be on your radar. We popping up, popping up.
Welcome everyone to Paragon Pro Wrestling. We had come to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight, Sin City lives up to its name. Sins are legal. Tonight in our main event, there'll be nowhere to hide. Rules, no need to abide. It's going to be no count out, no disqualifications. Romero versus Riley.
We've been waiting for this one a very long time, and another one we've been looking forward to for quite some time. We're going to see once again Darin Corbin and Jeff Boom. Will history repeat itself?
This is Alex Chamberlain, Paragon Pro Heavyweight Champion. The greatest, most fighting, defending champion in all of professional wrestling. Catch me every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on Fight TV. Fight like you mean it.
Paragon Pro Wrestling, the most exciting hour of wrestling action, all in the palm of your hand, with new episodes uploaded weekly on the Fight app. Paragon Pro Wrestling, now streaming on the Fight app. See you there.
He is hailing from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Obsession, Caleb Konley. Caleb Konley, set for action, looking like he's going to jump out of his skin. He was on the wrong end of things in a recent matchup with Anthony Greene, his former tag team title holder partner, Donovan, instrumental in that loss. And Anthony Greene has been having a lot of fun, but Caleb Konley looking to hit the block button.
Let's not forget the Paragon On Demand match, which you can catch on YouTube, Paragon PW, along with all of our social media at Paragon PW, where Anthony Greene and his live video blog got in the way.
And his opponent, from Randolph, Massachusetts, it's all good, Anthony Greene. Anthony Greene, you know, he's been maybe having that winky face with all of his little pranks and fun-loving antics. But Konley, he would have a pure anger emoji after what has happened to him lately. Slap the taste out of Anthony Greene's face in the back and saying, hey, time for laughing is over. Let's get in the ring and settle this, and here we go. On a night of real grudge matches and personal issues, this one no different.
Seen a real different side to Anthony Greene already. He's not coming out throwing confetti. I mean, the look on his face, he almost looks like he's been personally hurt by Caleb Konley.
Now, you can question the way he went about it, but if my math is correct, Anthony Greene has victories over both two former tag team champions in Konley and Drew Donovan.
Well, let's go ahead and take it all the way. And former inaugural, the very first Paragon Pro Wrestling champion in Caleb Konley.
Now, Donovan instrumental in Konley's loss to Anthony Greene. Vampire Warrior Gangrel instrumental in Donovan's countout loss to Anthony Greene. But no matter how you slice it, it's a W in the win column for Greene on both of those matches. And a nice flying back elbow there by Greene, falls up beautifully with the drop kick.
Well, Anthony Greene needs to stick to Caleb Konley. If you give Konley enough space, he's such a precision and effective striker. Going for one right there, but Anthony Greene has speed on his side, but he has to keep that gap closed.
Greene's computer's got plenty of RAM because he's been full speed ahead. He has been on the attack. So far, it is all good indeed for Anthony Greene. Can he keep it up?
Whoa.
No.
Sent on there by Caleb Konley. Konley not here to make any friends, not trying to have any fun, just trying to delete the account of It's All Good, Anthony Greene.
Konley's got some pretty good connection as well. He's been making contact with those shots. Wow, what a wide open cross-face shot there. Anthony Greene is gonna have a toothless smile after that, my goodness.
I mean, Anthony Greene, look at the face on Caleb Konley. It's like Anthony Greene is just like an annoying mosquito, just constantly showing up, constantly bothering him, and Konley is just trying to squash the buck.
What a leg sweep there by Konley. Well, I could see to the competitors that are the recipients of the antics. Hold on, as Konley looking for the victory here, goes for the cover. I can see how he'd be a polarizing character. Obviously, the stars here at Paragon aren't gonna take lightly to be made fun of, made a fool of, but the fans certainly love Anthony Greene, and they have rallied him to many victories.
They really have, and I mean, it's things with his live video blogs, his Facebook Live on the Paragon Pro Wrestling Facebook page, Paragon PW. I mean, he's really connected with fans on a viral level, but has failed to do so with just about every single competitor in the Paragon Pro.
I mean, how many people have the guts to put a puppy dog face on Drew Donovan?
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything about that. I don't know that Donovan's seen the video, and we don't need to poke that bear.
Oh, what a counter there by Anthony Greene. He ate a shot by Konley, but turned it into a strike of his own.
Konley able to turn it around. So effective with all those strikes. Lateral press, 2 count there. You see how he hooked under that left arm of Anthony Greene, just giving him a little bit extra that he had to kick out through.
And a spinning back fist earlier by Caleb Konley that Shoney Carter would be proud of, and Matt Serra out of the MMA playbook.
Right now, Konley just trying to ground Anthony Greene. He's got that leg scissors on, squeezing the lungs of Anthony Greene, and then he's just grinding that forearm across the face. It's insult to injury for the viral sensation.
I think he wants to punish Anthony Greene in this matchup. Everything he's done has been done with all kinds of deliberance. You can't take anything away of the skills. You mentioned it, the first ever Paragon Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion, Caleb Konley, the obsession. Well, right now his obsession isn't with titles. It's with making an example out of Anthony Greene.
I think it's the first time that we've been calling a Caleb Konley match and the obsession was not with a championship.
Very true. Vicious backbreaker there by Konley, who continues on the full court press. Well, and here's a pretty nasty selfie there for Anthony Greene, not the one that he would like.
Well, I said it earlier, but I think it bears repeating that this isn't the fun-loving Anthony Greene that we've seen in the past, coming out, throwing confetti, dancing, and having a good time. I mean, it became personal for him with Konley. I think he was actually really hurt by the comments and that slap from the obsession.
It's a bit of a wake-up call, and that's a bit of a wake-up call there for Konley. There go his social plans for the evening here in Las Vegas.
Stand on a higher riser at the boys' choir.
Anthony Greene, much to your point, digging down deep. Very serious in this matchup. Trying to keep the fight up against Konley. Back and forth seesaw matchup. And another innovative maneuver there by Greene, looking good.
Wow, and a very solid 2 count. Anthony Greene has turned this match around. Konley looks a little bit shocked, and a lot worse for the wear.
And in his tenure here in Paragon, since the dawning of this company with Caleb Konley, he's been really on the forefront when it comes to innovative offense. Not too many people can hang with Konley in that department in terms of being resourceful, but Anthony Greene certainly can, and you see it again here.
Holding on right there. Konley thinks he's on the outside. Going to have to change his game plan quickly. And Anthony Greene able to capitalize. This is a much more evenly matched contest than I was anticipating.
Roll through counter by Konley. Trying to transition perhaps to high impact. Was he thinking power bomb, maybe buckle bomb? No. Roll up by Anthony Greene. Oh, my goodness.
The winner of the match, Anthony Greene.
Konley can't believe it, and talk about going viral. What a victory by Anthony Greene.
Yeah, right now it's no joke for Anthony Greene. It's all good.
This is a loss that is going to come back to haunt Caleb Konley time and time again. If I'm Konley, I'm going to be nowhere near a computer after this one, because you know that Anthony Greene is gonna replay this one to death.
Not long ago, it seemed that James Rude Boy Riley was on his way to a championship matchup with the Paragon, Alex Chamberlain, when out of nowhere, Greg Romero hit him in the back of the head with the 8-ball during an interview segment with me, I might add. And then there was the matchup. That match where there was clearly no clear-cut winner.
No clear-cut winner. Where are you getting this nonsense from? Don't you see? I am the clear-cut winner. I'm the one standing here. I'm the one getting the interview time. I'm the one standing here running my mouth. Where's Rude Boy Riley? Where's he at?
Well, he's in the
Where's he
building.
at, Pat? He's nowhere to be found. He's nowhere to be found, as you would so put it. The reason that my little attack on Rude Boy Riley was so out of nowhere, as you would so put it, Pat Kelly, is because nobody expected me. Nobody expected me to make a statement. Everybody around here takes me for granted. Everybody wants to pretend that I don't exist. Rude Boy Riley, you think your trip to the title belt is gonna be smooth sailing? You think it's gonna be easy? You think you're some kind of boat captain? Well, consider me Somali pirates. Consider yourself Captain Phillips, boy. Look at me. I'm the captain now. I'm done with this interview, Pat. Kiss my ass.
Crying out loud, it's no DQ, no time limit. So it's coming up here on Paragon Pro Wrestling.
What's up, guys? This is James Rude Boy Riley here for Paragon Pro Wrestling. You can catch us on the Fight app, and you need to fight like you mean it. The Fight app just got a lot more rude.
Paragon Pro Wrestling, the most exciting hour of wrestling action, all in the palm of your hand, with new episodes uploaded weekly on the Fight app. Paragon Pro Wrestling, now streaming on the Fight app. See you there.
He is from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Darin.
Welcome back, everyone, to Paragon Pro Wrestling. Todd Kennelly here, along with Jeff Aiken. And it is a night of personal issues, and this match, no different. Darin Corbin out for revenge, out for redemption, an embarrassing loss to Jeff Boom in Boom's recent debut. How will this maniac respond?
Ever since Darin Corbin came into the American Championship tournament, we've really seen a number of turns in his personality, but we've seen a steady increase in his competitiveness here in Paragon Pro Wrestling. Jeff Boom put a stop to that out of absolutely nowhere. Does red hair not care? Honestly, Todd Kennelly, that face tells me red hair does care.
Well, in the words of Romero, I don't know who the boat captain's going to be later on tonight, but this guy is the engineer of the Crazy Train.
And his opponent, hailing from Tampa, Florida, introducing Jeff Boom.
Now, we've seen some impressive debuts here on Paragon Pro Wrestling, but what a statement made by Jeff Boom thus far. 2 matches, 2 victories, both by way of boomerang, that devastating finisher. And that's exactly what he caught Darin Corbin with. Will that be the case here again tonight?
Well, he's not wasting any time going after Corbin. These guys know each other well. Well, let me rephrase that. Boom knows Corbin very well. For almost that entire matchup, it was all Corbin till the end. Darin Corbin has no idea what Jeff Boom has in his toolbox. This is going to be an unbelievable opportunity for Jeff Boom to cement himself as a top competitor in Paragon Pro Wrestling.
Boom with victories over Darin Corbin and Nick Bugatti, and these two, man, that's about as intense a collar and elbow tie-up as I have ever seen.
Went to all 4 corners of the ring. Inside, now they're doing it on the outside, jockeying for position. Boom gets him in, but Corbin doesn't let go.
All right, these two like pit bulls that will not relinquish the grip. When they were on the outside, the referee counting that will not be the case later on when it is James Riley, Greg Romero. No count out, no disqualification in our main event still to come, but personal issues to be settled in this matchup first. And a vicious streak here by Corbin, and you're right. It was Boom that really snatched victory from the jaws of defeat in their previous encounter. Corbin had been dominating the matchup. Well, that just goes to show you that Boom can take a beating and keep on kicking. And a nice arm drag there.
That's exactly what it tells me. He can take everything Darin Corbin can dish out and come back. Now we're seeing a lot more offense out of Boom. You've got to think that Boom got totally into the mind of Darin Corbin. We're not seeing that cold, calculating offense that we've come to expect from Darin Corbin.
Heads up counter there by Corbin. And counters beautifully into a belly to back suplex. Just stacked up Jeff Boom, lowering the Boom on him indeed. And has turned the tables in this matchup. Boom is rocked and in a world of hurt, and this is not where you want to be, where you're susceptible to more damage by Corbin.
Corbin can capitalize as soon as he sees any opening whatsoever. Boom gave him a huge one. This could be the beginning of the end for the newcomer. And now Darin Corbin just wrenching on the neck of Jeff Boom, adding that insult to injury, slowing him down even further.
These two have been just waiting to get their hands back on one another. You'll recall that Jeff Boom got the win, was up on top of the stage being interviewed by Pat Kelly. Should have had his time in the spotlight. Big debut victory over one of the stars of Paragon Pro Wrestling, but no, Corbin wouldn't have any of it. He took that loss extremely personally. These two went at it on the ramp, on the stage, and now it's all led to this.
Darin Corbin, one of the most decorated competitors, lateral press in Paragon Pro Wrestling. Former American champion, that's a very well-documented reign. Former and very first tag team champion here in Paragon Pro Wrestling. And since we've seen such a transformation in Darin Corbin over the past couple of months, it's absolutely remarkable. And I mean, there's no other way to describe it, but just look at the crazy in the eyes of Darin Corbin.
Absolutely, he will go to a scary place. Yeah, a few fans will remember the first ever tag team title holder, part of the gruesome twosome overdrive. Well, he's going to overdrive right now on Jeff Boom, on his recent nemesis. Corbin, so dangerous. Boom, though, putting on the brakes. Nice counter to the vertical suplex, and comes up with one of his own. There you see the pain or something etched on the face of Corbin.
Look in the near leg, Jeff Boom not able to put Darin Corbin away. This is just about the longest we've seen Jeff Boom in competition. We said it before, he put Darin Corbin away out of nowhere, made relatively short work out of Nick Bugatti in a very impressive win. We're seeing Darin Corbin take him to new lengths. It's really going to be a question of who can last the longest and who's going to want it more.
Darin Corbin having a little stare down face to face with our great fans here in Las Vegas, Nevada. But Corbin, there's a method to the madness. Has him strung out, then right there into the Red Scare. He knows how to position the body of his opponent. He knows how to use his body and his surroundings as a weapon. And Jeff Boom's finding that out the hard way right now.
It's one of the many aspects that makes Darin Corbin such a dangerous competitor, is he thinks in all 3 dimensions at the same time, not just within the ring itself, but outside of it as well. Looking for any position. We talk about how somebody who's a real veteran can use the ring to their advantage. And we're usually talking about the turnbuckles or positioning of the ropes, but he can do it from anywhere in the entire venue.
Reverse neck breaker, a rude awakening here for Jeff Boom, who finds himself in one heck of a fight. And yeah, even though Corbin's a total whack job, you notice that all the offense is being targeted to that head and neck region, maybe softening up for the ginger snap.
And I think that's a really good point, Todd, because it's not, I think for Darin, it's not just about beating Jeff Boom, it's about beating him with the ginger snap. He needs to show, I think it's important to Corbin to show him that he can hit his ginger snap is superior to the Boom.
And if this were a video game, ironically enough, the head region of Boom would be bright red. It has been receiving a lot of damage, but Boom now takes to the air, and this guy has got just tons of heart and fight. Just when you think you got him dead to rights, he finds a way to come back. Like a zombie, like Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, you better double tap Jeff Boom.
Keeps using that elbow up against the side of the face, goes to the well one too many times. Corbin barely gets the boot up, but it's enough to create that. Oh, what a spine buster by Jeff Boom.
Textbook, picture perfect. Got both legs up, both men in the air, drove him down into the mat. You can't do it any better than that.
There's a little bit of desperation on the face of Jeff Boom. He thought he had Darin Corbin put away. Corbin showing that ring awareness once again, moving to the outside to that ring apron.
What's Boom thinking here? I thought it was going to be a suplex from the outside inside. Oh man, but a vicious spinning neck breaker off the ropes into the cover, and now you got to give credit to Corbin digging down deep. He wants this win.
He wants it bad, but you're seeing a very similar strategy out of both competitors, softening up the neck, softening up the head. Both of them trying to lock in pretty much the same maneuver to finish their opponent.
Boom's got him measured here. Is he thinking boomerang? He was. Pulled the trigger, but he was shooting blanks. A double chop. And now the ginger snap by Corbin. Taking advantage. Veteran instincts. And gets the win, gets the redemption he was looking for.
The winner of the match, Darin Corbin.
Corbin gets the win. These two have traded victories. Two great competitive matches. I wouldn't mind seeing a rubber match between these two.
I completely agree. These guys gave it their all. This almost could have gone either direction. You have to believe that both matches kind of ended a little prematurely with that ginger snap and the boomerang in the first one. Would love to see these guys go at it again. Why is Darin Corbin stopping?
I don't think Darin Corbin knows how to stop. That's his problem. Saw what he did to Mikey O'Shea.
Darin Corbin already won the match.
This is exactly what he did to the Irish Juggernaut. He got that chair, and you know the rest, fans. You won the match. Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough?
We still have not heard from Mikey O'Shea. The damage so severe, he has not been seen in Paragon Pro Wrestling nor heard from. Now, will the same thing happen to Jeff Boom?
Can we get some help? Where are the officials? He's gonna try and end the guy's career. I want to see a rubber match. We may never see Jeff Boom again.
Boom fighting back, but why is this still being allowed to continue?
Boy, we got one heck of a tug of war here. And Boom gets the equalizer, and he was ready to swing.
Konley, somebody has got to put a leash on Darin Corbin.
I agree. Whole lot of intensity here. And Corbin had the chair under the throat of Boom. He was looking for a ginger snap right onto the esophagus, right onto the chair.
It's not about beating his opponents. It's about putting him out forever. Just like he's done to Mikey O'Shea, supposedly. Haven't heard from him in so long. Trying to do the same thing to Jeff Boom. How is Paragon Pro Wrestling Management allowing this to continue?
I am here backstage with the Whirlwind gentlemen just moments before their matchup with, well, we don't even know their name. They're known as the Thugs, but I have been informed that they are official competitors here in Paragon Pro Wrestling.
Well, that's great, Pat, because guess what? The Whirlwind gentlemen are the formal welcoming party. Thugs, we don't care who you are. All you know is that we are going to be the World Tag Team Champions once again. Let them know, Jack.
That's right. Thugs, you come in, you try to make a name, that's okay. Plenty do, but many fail. And after we're done, we're going to handle the business and once again be Paragon Pro Tag Team Champions. Oh, come alive! Remy, I'm fired up. Time to go.
Oh, Pat, let me tell you, I got to go.
All right, guys, that match is coming up right now, right here on Paragon Pro Wrestling.
What do you mean? Give me the script, Jared. On your phone, really? Okay. This is this is Christian Cole and Royce Isaacs of Paragon Pro Wrestling, and we are here to tell you, you don't have a satellite, no cable box, you're a little poor. It's fine. You have a smartphone. Download the Fight app on iTunes or Google Play or from your mom's basement, wherever you do it. Download the app. Let's see, watch Paragon every week on Fight TV. Just download the app at the Google Play. We did that part. Remember, Fight is spelled F-I-T-E. Fight like you mean it.
Put $sign on that.
That's all he has to say.
That was a good line, though, right?
You did good. It was like articulation was there.
Yeah.
Paragon Pro Wrestling, the most exciting hour of wrestling action, all in the palm of your hand, with new episodes uploaded weekly on the Fight app. Paragon Pro Wrestling, now streaming on the Fight app. See you there.
They are Alex Chamberlain's personal security, the Knights of Chamberlain.
Well, there you go. It's official. Blake Chadwick said it. They are Alex Chamberlain's personal security, the Knights of Chamberlain.
Well, after a great showing last week, I can't blame Chamberlain for hiring them.
The Knights of Chamberlain.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I think I owed some royalties.
KFC.
And their opponents, they are hitting the airwaves from the Neon City, Jack Manley and Remy Marcel, the Whirlwind Gentlemen.
Well, the Knights of Chamberlain might get sent right back down to that big castle down the strip because they're in for one heck of a joust here against the former Paragon Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Champions a couple times over, the Whirlwind Gentlemen, who have their sights back on the gold, and another hurdle to jump here in the Knights of Chamberlain before they maybe get their eventual title shot.
Just a couple weeks ago, we saw him in action, a very impressive victory against the Keepers of the Faith. Now coming in to take on the Knights of Chamberlain, you're exactly right. Sights set on the championships at some point. Todd, if they win this match, you've got to believe we're going to have to see the Whirlwind Gentlemen take on Jesse Sorensen and Wes Briscoe for those tag team titles.
The Knights of Chamberlain, is it any mystery that they're in here, or there was so much mystery, shrouded mystery, that they're in there with the former tag team champs? Last time we saw them, they were in there with the current tag team title holders, Sorensen and Briscoe, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to take people out, trying to eventually get a tag team title matchup. What better way to do it than trying to take out the champs, now trying to take out the former champs?
That's a great strategy, but we have nothing proving that prior to tonight that they were at any association with the Paragon, Alex Chamberlain.
Well, Blake Chadwick made the announcement. I didn't see the Knights of Chamberlain jump him, although they might. Then we could call that that Paragon On Demand show on YouTube.
That'd be great. Although Blake and Cole do it. Well, let me be clear. Christian Cole does a really good job on that Paragon On Demand on our YouTube, Paragon PW. BW is what you need to know to find us on social media, the Instagram, the Twitter, the Facebook. And if you have anything you want to subscribe to any of the great content that we have exclusively on ParagonProWrestling.com, that's all you got to do. Type that.
Yeah. Taking the night for a tour of the round table.
Really, this is truly a King's tournament. You got the Knights of Neon City taking on the Knights of Chamberlain. Only they were wrestling for the hand of a fair maiden.
Well, she's not around anymore. Neither is the steed of Chamberlain. Drop kick there by the Whirlwind gentleman. Turning one of the Knights of Chamberlain inside out. Jack Manley going for the cover. And is this perhaps, and again, a big if, because the Knights of Chamberlain have proven that they are rough and tough customers. They're very physical. They hung with the tag team champs. But if the Whirlwind gents get this win, do you think it's that perhaps the final step they need before they get that title matchup?
We'll see right here. Lateral press goes to hook the far leg. Not enough to put him down, but I think so. At some point, they have answered so many challenges coming up to this, and just the fact they are the only multi-time tag team champions in Paragon Pro Wrestling, that's quite a resume in a highly competitive division.
Oh man, what a devastating move there by one of the Knights. Some serious sword play there as he takes down Jack Manley. That title match might have to be on the back burner because the gents have to survive this one first.
Well, you can ask the other side of the coin. You can ask the other question. After a very impressive showing in the ring with the champs and a victory over the Whirlwind gentlemen, are the Knights of Chamberlain positioned for that title shot?
Well, when you align yourself with the Paragon, you know, you're going to have certain advantages. Paragon knows how to make things happen, you might say.
That he does, and you got to give the Knights of Chamberlain credit for agreeing over the past week to work with the Paragon.
Knights of Chamberlain doing what many teams have tried, but few have done effectively, and that is divide and conquer and nullify the quick tags, nullify the double team offense of the Whirlwind gentlemen. Right now, the Knights are doing it. You see the body positioning, keeping their back, keeping their bodies between Jack Manley and that man, Remy Marcel.
I think it's easy to look at the Whirlwind gentlemen and underestimate them. They're not physically imposing in there, but once you've wrestled them, once you've seen what they can do, you will understand why they're multi-time tag team champions. They operate on just an uncanny telepathic level. But when you can keep them apart from each other like you had just described and like the Knights of Chamberlain are doing, when it is truly 2-on-1, their opponents are at a clear advantage.
Well, that Knight of Chamberlain went a long way for a rear chin lock. I think visited several kingdoms on his way there. Crowd soundly behind the Knights of the Neon City, not to be confused with the Knights of Chamberlain. And ourselves a royal tournament, as you mentioned, Jeff Aiken, still to come in our main event. Hold on, it's the Knight going for the cover here. Still to come in our main event, Romero, Riley, no countouts, no disqualifications. Who will be the boat captain? All that, many more questions to be answered.
Very, very burning questions, but it's going to be so different from what we're seeing right now. Tag team wrestling at its finest. You're seeing fundamentals in action in this ring. Reverse chin locks being the deciding factor so far. You're not going to see any of it when Riley and Romero square off.
Stunning counter there by Manley. What a way out of that. And the one thing that the Knights of Chamberlain haven't proven is that they can get the 1-2-3, that they can get the win when it's 2-on-2, when it's face-to-face. A spine buster there by Manley. Desperation move, but he's got to get to that corner.
Poor positioning there. He's a long ways from Remy Marcel, who is itching to get tagged in. But Jack Manley, he's got 20 feet. He's got to get across, and he does it.
And I believe the tide is going to turn. Things are looking cloudy here for the Knights of Chamberlain. Big scoop and a slam. Well, you can say not physically intimidating, but certainly physicality comes to play when the gents need it. They can get it done.
As they have time and again, holding those championships on multiple occasions. Remy Marcel going to the most comfortable spot for him in the ring. That top rope off the top takes down both the Knights.
Oh, double your pleasure, double your fun. Hits that dreamer's dream cross body.
Remy Sammy Marcel has effectively shut down the Knights.
Making the Knights do the dirty work for him, and again, it's like being caught in an absolute storm when you're in there with the Whirlwind Gentlemen, and now the Knights are riding back to Castle Chamberlain.
Heading to higher ground, and oh no.
Not so fast. We've got a sheriff, and not the sheriff of Nottingham.
Come on, these guys aren't even involved in the match. Referee, you need to disqualify the Whirlwind Gentlemen.
Well, the Knights and Chamberlain were trying to not be involved in the match any longer. Look at this, double pin, but will it be a double win? Yes!
The winners of the match, the Whirlwind Gentlemen.
The Whirlwind Gentlemen, the Knights of the Neon City, winning out in this royal tournament. A night that ended up being a black night for the Knights of Chamberlain as they go down to defeat. Oh, and look at this.
Yeah, they say thank you. There's respect being traded back and forth, but Todd Konley, you and I and everybody watching knows what's going on between these two teams right now.
You're looking at the past and the present of the tag team division, but who will be the future? Are we gonna see that match? What a dream match that would be, Jeff Aiken.
There will be no countout. There will be no disqualification when James Rude Boy Riley steps in the ring with Greg Romero.
You know, Pat, you've seen me in the locker room. Usually I'm a friendly guy, shaking hands, saying hello to my buddies, hanging out with Jesse and Wes, having a good time, right? You know what I did today? Today I sat in a room by myself. And I sat there and I let my thoughts collect in my head. And the only thing I could think about was Greg Romero. These fans in Las Vegas, these Paragon fans want to see a fight, and tonight they're gonna get one. There's no countouts, there's no disqualifications. Greg, I've said I'm gonna make your life a lot more rude, and right now is when that's gonna happen. So Greg, when you get in there with James Rude Boy Riley, I've got a crooked X for your crooked smile. See you out there, pretty boy.
All right, James, that match is coming up. Stay tuned right here on Paragon Pro Wrestling.
Paragon Pro Wrestling, the most exciting hour of wrestling action, all in the palm of your hand, with new episodes uploaded weekly on the Fight app. Watch it anytime, anywhere on your iPhone or Android device, or watch it on demand on Fight TV. It's free, worldwide, and on demand. Come join the movement and see what everyone's talking about. Paragon Pro Wrestling, now streaming on the Fight app. See you there.
One match to go, our main event. No countouts, no disqualifications. Why don't you set the tone for what led to this wild main event matchup?
Greg Romero was looking to put his name on the map. He attacked James Riley with that 8-ball to the back of the skull, put him out of action for a couple of weeks. We were all a little concerned about the career and the future of James Rude Boy Riley, but Greg Romero didn't let up. We've seen them now tussle 2 times. Both times James Riley said, let's do it again. This time let's do it no countout. Ended in a double disqualification, brings us to tonight. No countouts, no disqualifications. They're gonna leave it all in the ring and all over Sam's Town tonight.
Romero has really stopped the momentum personified, but we know one thing, there is a whole lot of friction between these two. The time for talking is over.
James Rude Boy Riley on his way to gold.
Oh, wait a minute here. What in the world?
You want to talk about opportunity. You talk about Greg Romero grabbing opportunity by the horn.
Everybody knows the question that I love to ask time and time again. But now there's a slightly different question that everybody wants to ask me.
I cannot believe what I just saw.
Well, you better believe it, Pat. And that question is why? Is that what I have to do to get a little notoriety around here? Why, Greg Romero? Why did you knock out Rude Boy Riley? Call it acting out. Call it making a statement. We love him so much. He's got such cool tattoos and a great entrance, a cool theme song in his hair. We don't like you, Greg Romero. You broke our hearts. You wanna know why? You can kiss my ass. I don't need to explain myself. Ever since I showed up here, every person here has taken me for granted.
What the hell was that all about?
Not anymore. Paragon Pro, Rude Boy Riley, do I have your attention now?
Riley on the hunt early, but Riley, who can blame him, on the attack.
Greg Romero, one of the most vicious competitors we have in pro wrestling. That right hand proves it. Referee giving this an enormous amount of leeway, as is the right thing to do. There's a score to be settled here.
Riley taking aim. Marks the spot indeed. This could earn the time of this matchup.
Straight up. Oh my God!
Backdrop on the ramp.
Riley pulling out all the stops with that back body drop straight onto the ramp. Romero.
This has been a war of biblical proportions, and I think Riley going to do unto others as has been done on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has counted out both Rude Boy Riley and Greg Romero. You know, Greg, I'm not a loser like you. I'm not going to end the match by countout. So you don't want 5 more minutes tonight? Well, guess what, Greg? Next time Paragon's here at Samstown, you and I, no count out.
This has got to seem pretty familiar if you're James Riley here, Jeff.
Second time he's lost a match in the last minute by countout. It's what took him out of the running in the American Championship tournament.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, Greg Romero.
Greg Romero, I think, felt like he was lost in the shuffle of the deck here in Las Vegas, Nevada. He decided to make a statement at the expense of one of the hottest rising stars here in Paragon Pro Wrestling, James Riley, and then after his action said, "Do you notice me now?"
He wanted to be noticed. He wanted to be in the main event. This is the third match that we're seeing with him and James Riley in a main event level match. He says, everybody said the last match ended without a decisive victory. Greg Romero says clearly he was the decisive victor. Frankly, Todd Konley, I agree.
It was a no count-out encounter that went to a double disqualification. That won't be an issue in this one.
And his opponent, from Staten Island, New York.
Doesn't matter where he's from, it matters where he's going, and if Greg Romero has his way, it's gonna be head first down that ramp.
Romero gets the jump on Riley. It's not the first time he's done that. I think it started this whole issue, this whole vendetta, was that 8-ball shot to the back of Riley. Riley had no idea that was coming, had no idea this sneak attack was coming, but it's all legal in this one, Jeff Aiken.
Romero taking advantage of what James Riley asked for. Riley laid down the challenge. Romero simply answered the call.
Shots with the belt now by Romero. Again, we recap the rules of this matchup. Oh, I'm done. There are none. No countouts, no disqualifications. Anything goes, and this is the type of matchup in the history of professional wrestling where you settle scores. That's what these two are looking to do.
That belt across the back of James Riley. If you've never been struck with a belt, then fortunate for you, because the sting of that across your bare skin is unbearable, and it's going to have lasting effects on Riley throughout this match.
And that trusty 8-ball of Romero would be completely legal in this matchup as well. Romero was striking Riley with the belt. The belt that Riley was concerned with going into this was the Paragon Pro Wrestling heavyweight title, a title that he might have been on his way to competing for or winning. He's got a pinfall victory over the champion Chamberlain, and he was knocked way off course. You want to talk about boat captains? Riley hit a major reef when it comes to Romero.
When he kept his eyes on Alex Chamberlain in the Paragon Pro Wrestling Championship through these matches with Greg Romero. I mean, it was a few months ago when he got a pinfall victory over Alex Chamberlain in that 8-man tag match. Greg Romero capitalized on his distraction and has now brought him to this matchup. This is Greg Romero's opportunity to stand tall after a 1-2-3 victory over James Riley.
My question to you as Romero maybe gonna take Riley on a tour of the front row. I think every chair in the house here tonight might end up being a ringside seat between these two.
Riley clearing out the incredible fans of Paragon Pro Wrestling. Romero capitalizes once again and sends the rude boy right into the apron.
Who do you think this lack of rules in this matchup benefits the most?
Oh, Greg Romero, no question. We've seen that already. He took the opportunity to jump James Riley. He's used the belt, and you said it earlier, the 8-ball, as legal as a headlock.
We've seen, though, how innovative Riley can be. He will fly with the best of them off the top to the outside. He's got a whole playground of options as well out there. Who knows what Rude Boy Riley is capable of? Hard and heavy into those steps, and down goes Romero. How's it feel?
Romero knew he was coming into a fight in this thing, but you have to wonder, Todd Kennelly, in my opinion, this really favors Greg Romero. Was this all a trap game? Was he? He talked about the innovative offense of James Riley. Here's a guy who's super comfortable with a skate.
Oh, he's a dude with an attitude here tonight, but now is sending shockwaves through the wrists of Riley. Now it's Romero with the skateboard.
Romero gleaming the cube across the back of James.
Don't tell what.
Skate or die. We'll see what has for Romero.
Oh! Unbelievable! He did it! He executed it! And the greaser was smooth as grease there. The skateboard into the clothesline. I guess you could say he trucked him.
Clothesline that Tony Hawk would love. Riley finding a way to fight back and gets that knee right into the face of Romero.
Romero taking a little too long to be proud of his skating skills, and a wicked flying knee there. And that's straight out of the playbook of James Riley. Always talks about that crooked X for your crooked smile, and now he's got an equalizer.
Why was there a skateboard under the ring? The part of setting it up,
well, we've got the fastest moving ring crew there is. So efficient.
That chair, just as legal as the 8-ball, just as legal as the skateboard. It's all fair game in this war between Romero and Riley.
Somewhere Darin Corbin saying, hey, stop using my chair. Now these two fighting to the outside. Again, anything goes, no count out. They can stay out there as long as they want. This thing's gonna have a winner.
I tell you what, if people are tuning in right now, checking this out, they might be fortunate enough to get a tour of Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall on the Boulder Strip here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh my goodness, what a shot there by Riley. Romero looked like he was in a barber's chair, and he just got a little off the top. Nowhere to go but down for Romero. His head was caught between the knee of Riley and the barricade here in Vegas. And as Romero's antics, his devastating antics, is it all for naught if he doesn't get the victory here? Yes, he's found himself in numerous main events, but he wanted to make a name at the expense of Riley, and I think the only way to truly do that is to win this match.
He's got to win the match. There's no question. Everything is on the line for this. Not just the notoriety that Romero was looking for, but look at the speed of Romero, ducking out of the way just in time.
Nice counter there by Greg Romero, but on the flip side, Romero needing the victory, but likewise, if Riley wants to get back to his championship aspirations, He also likely needs the victory here. Oh my goodness.
A loss to Romero in this matchup does mean, in my opinion, the loss of the championship aspirations of James Riley. It's personal for both guys. Everything they care about, everything they're in Paragon Pro Wrestling to prove, to achieve, is on the line in this match, right here, right now.
Usually that X on the knee pad of Riley is gonna find a home, a target on the chin of his opponent. This time it's a target and Romero is going to work. X marks the spot indeed. Can Riley, I don't know, he barely had enough
to
execute
get all
that
of it.
move.
The damage to the knee is definitely being felt. Riley not able to execute as effectively as he was wanting to, but still the damage done to Romero. Such an unorthodox match, and all of this building up on top of each other. Yes, Romero ducked out of that last knee, but he took one right up against that guardrail earlier.
Riley able to support himself. Oh my goodness. This is what it all started with, that 8-ball and the shoe on the other foot here. Talk about payback for Riley.
But Todd Konley, is it all for naught? James Riley can barely hold himself up to walk across the ring. And Romero right in front of the referee, not against the rules, bullying the referee to get the belt from the ref.
And who's gonna pull the trigger here? Set him up like he would for the X'd out, but caught him with the 8-ball. Ultimate revenge here for Riley. He's back on
Ladies
track.
and gentlemen, the winner of the match, James Rude Boy Riley.
8-ball to the side pocket. Nope. 8-ball to the orbital socket. Riley is back on track. There was a big-time detour caused by Greg Romero. But now is he one step away from the Paragon? Is he one step away from his ultimate goal of championship gold?
There's nothing left in his way. He laid down the challenge to Greg Romero. He said, I want it. I want no count out, no disqualification. The fans called for it. A street fight. We just saw it. James Riley has answered the challenge. James Riley stands tall.
The hottest rising star of Paragon Pro Wrestling, but will he be the one to dethrone the Paragon? That remains to be seen. What a war, what a night, what a fight, fans. We'll see you next time, right here on Paragon Pro Wrestling.
Paragon Pro Wrestling, the most exciting hour of wrestling action, all in the palm of your hand. With new episodes uploaded weekly on the Fight app. Watch it anytime, anywhere on your iPhone or Android device. Stream it to your TV or watch it on demand on Fight TV. It's free, worldwide, and on demand. Paragon Pro Wrestling. Come join the movement and see what everyone's talking about. Don't miss out. Paragon Pro Wrestling, now streaming on the Fight app. See you there.